Am I the a-hole for not telling my fiancé why I am sterile? So, I'm a late 20s female, and my fiancé, early 30s male, let's call him Carlos, are still fighting about this, and it happened 2 weeks ago. When I was 21, I had a partial hysterectomy due to adenomyosis. It was extremely painful, and my doctor spent 2 years fighting for the approval because many people were against the idea. I didn't mind losing my uterus because, 1, it was incredibly painful, and 2, I had always been child-free. Even as a kid, I didn't like children. I met Carlos 3 years ago. I told him on day 1 that I was child-free and completely sterile. He said he was child-free too, so we went ahead with the relationship. He proposed in September, and we slowly started planning the wedding. I never told him about the hysterectomy itself. I didn't hide it on purpose, it honestly just slipped my mind because I had already told him I could not get pregnant. My mom didn't know about the engagement because she was out of the country taking care of her elderly sister, and I wanted to tell her in person. She came back 3 weeks ago. After she rested for a week, we invited her to lunch so we could share the news. Carlos is a prankster, but not the weird or mean type. While we were eating, and before I could show my mom the ring, he grabbed her hand and said, "I'm sorry, this is my mom, I impregnated your daughter." My mom burst out laughing, looked at me, and said, "Either you're about to get rich, or you grew a new uterus." I laughed too and said I hope not, because I'd had to talk to half the doctors in the country and their grandmas the first time. Carlos stared at me and said, "What do you mean?" My mom said, "The hysterectomy, of course." Carlos said he had never heard about it. My mom laughed again and asked how he didn't know. I said I guessed I never brought it up because I don't think about it anymore. We were quiet for a second, then I showed my mom the ring and we celebrated. After she left, Carlos confronted me. He asked why I never told him about the surgery. I told him I had told him the important part, which was that I was sterile. He said the issue was the principle, and that if I could keep something so big to myself for years, what else could I be hiding? I feel like that's unfair. I shared the relevant part at the time, and afterward, I simply didn't think about it. I was not trying to keep secrets, I just didn't think the medical details were relevant once we already agreed on being child-free. So now we want outside opinions. Ida for not telling him about the hysterectomy, or is he overreacting? He has read this post and approved it, so this is not only my point of view. Edit 1, I came back and there were so many responses, so I'll make a quick edit to clarify some things. How did you forget to tell him this? It was a very traumatic experience, and everyone and their mother looked at my vagina, well, uterus, actually. I felt embarrassed for a long time and pushed the experience deep enough down that I forgot about it. Why didn't you tell him? At first, because I wasn't about to trauma dump on a guy I'd known for 2 hours. And I'm just a very quiet person. On our first date, I said maybe 50 words. I'm more talkative now, at least with him, but I like my privacy and prefer to keep deeply personal things to myself unless they're relevant. Edit 2, now that we've had time to read some of the responses together, we want to clarify other things. Carlos, did you know the difference between sterile and infertile? Apparently not. I thought they were the same, both meaning not able to have babies. How did he not notice she didn't have a period? To be fair, we haven't been living together that long, 5 months, and he thought I had PCOS like his sister. Are you really child-free, or did he think she'd change her mind after the wedding? No, I'm child-free, and he was even thinking about getting a vasectomy just to be extra safe. How didn't he notice any scars, hormone therapy, etc.? I don't have any visible scars, the procedure was done vaginally, so the scarring is internal. I don't need hormones, at least not yet. I still have my ovaries and they're healthy at the moment. And for the people saying I should have told him just in case of an emergency, you're right. I honestly never thought about that part. We'll update once we've had our session with the couples counselor, because there are things we feel are better to discuss with a professional.